What is going on, guys? It is me, DevilNeverCry, and I'm back with another DMC5 video. Now today's video is essentially going to be focused on the possibility of a time skip in DMC5. Now for those of you who don't know what a time skip is, it's very simple. In fact, it's in the name. At some point in the story, time will skip forward, potentially because what our characters get up to may not be interesting, or perhaps they want to keep certain things mysterious and they don't want to show us, the players. Regardless of the reasons why, there has been quite some evidence throughout the trailers and the gameplay that Capcom have shown us that a major time skip will take place throughout the story of DMC5. So without further ado, let's just dive into the evidence that we do have. Now I want to kick things off with a direct comparison of Dante between two different shots here. Now on the left we see Dante looking more smarter in appearance, shaved face, shorter hair. But then if we take a look on the right over here, we can see Dante sporting more shaggy appearance, hair's definitely significantly longer, as well as his face not being as shaven. Now considering no amount of Rogaine is going to make your hair grow that fast, we can assuredly assume that this is all natural, therefore suggesting that the story of DMC5 spans a large amount of time. Now one can argue that potentially the order of the two images here is mixed up, and maybe Dante starts out with long hair and a beard, and then it gets trimmed, just like we see in the TGS trailer where he shaves his face on the blade of an enemy. However, that theory is debunked considering the cutscene we get of Dante rescuing Trish. After the time skip, Dante does indeed have the shaggy appearance. And now of course one may argue, well, how the hell do you know that that takes place after the time skip and not before it? And we know because Dante does say something pretty peculiar during the gameplay we got from TGS.
Can a guy get a break? I just woke up from a long ass nap.
As you can see here, Dante alludes to the fact that he's been sleeping or napping for quite some time. He's been out of it for a while and he's trying to find his bearings again. Now keep in mind that this is going to be mission 11 in the game. We don't know how many missions there are going to be in total, but it's safe to say that a good amount of events have happened already. Now if you want my take on the events, considering this is just going to be a bit of speculation, my theory is that they face the big bad dude more than once. It's not going to be your standard, doom and gloom, end of the world is happening, and the heroes go out there and save the day. No. What I think is going to happen is they're going to get absolutely decimated during their first encounter, potentially underestimating the big bad dude, which leads to Trish being kidnapped, as well as Dante being out of the game. And I believe potentially the rest of the story is focused on potentially getting stronger, or at least strong enough to defeat the villain of the game. And this theory of mine is supported by the fact that we see Dante attempt to dissuade Nero from challenging the main villain, only for Nero to respond that he has all the power right here, as seen in the cutscene.
I've got all the power I need, right here.
I'd like to point out the fact here that Nero does have his Devil Breaker. I'd also like to point out the fact that they seem to be somewhere in the Demon Tree. Now we also get a look at Nero somewhere in the Demon Tree at another point in time, but this time he doesn't have his Devil Breaker, so this is likely before Nico made the Devil Breaker for him, because he doesn't even have the brace or anything at all. So this kind of suggests that they visit the Demon Tree multiple different times, but again with the whole goal of taking down the big bad dude to end the invasion. Now this again kind of suggests that the first time didn't go well, so they had to leave, recuperate, get stronger, aka Nero getting his an arm back, and then they're here again to potentially challenge the boss again. And maybe it didn't go so well for Nero the first time, which is why Dante is trying to tell him to stand down. And Nero obviously retorts with, "I've got an arm this time, let's see how this goes," sort of type deal. Now obviously the big question is, will they win the second time around, or will they have to go for a third attempt? Nobody knows at this point, but it's been me, DevilNeverCry. Let me know what you guys think. What are your thoughts and theories down in the comments below. If you want to get at me, you can check me out on Twitter, or if you want to go into some in-depth Devil May Cry discussion, join the Discord. I'll leave a link to both of those down in the description below. And as always, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next video.